In January of this year, when Donald Trump first threatened to make Canada into the 51st state, it was hard to know how seriously to take him. I called a retired American official, and I was surprised at how rattled the man was. Trump is serious, he told me. He outlined a scenario where Trump could crank up the tariffs, try to wreck the Canadian economy, and then make a take it or leave it offer to Alberta. It seems like an outlandish idea, but with Trump, you just don't know. Just because nothing like this has ever happened around here before doesn't mean nothing like that could happen. So I hit the history books and started to look at what had happened in the past. Since the Second World War, Canada and the United States have seen each other as allies. But for much of the 18th and 19th centuries, the Americans were regularly doing their best to try to take over chunks of the country. And the Americans have previously used the threats of tariffs to try to bully us into submitting. In a way, the story of Canada is the story of three founding peoples: Indigenous, Loyalists, and French Canadians, who had little in common except a desire not to be conquered by the Americans. Ever since the American Revolution, Canadians have had to resist the pull of gravity, maintained a often strained sense of national identity, and build a society in the space between an often erratic empire and a vast hinterland. We have seen this national will to resist. We saw it in the most recent election, and we've seen it in elections in the past, particularly in 1891 and 1911. If there's one clear message from the recent election, it's that Canadians do not want to be Americans. Canadians may not have a sort of dominant national ideology like a lot of other countries. Mostly we just want to be left alone. But under threat, they will get their elbows up. They have before, and I suspect they will again if it's necessary. There's something kind of comforting about that.